Hey everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. I know today I have another haul, but it's a special haul because today we're talking about Joann's RIP. It's closing. I think the store closes this like tomorrow, this Friday tomorrow, and then the one that's a few more minutes away, like 15 minutes away from me because I went to both, closes like on Sunday or something. And the one by my house was like emptied out. I go right after work, so it's about like 3:30 or 4, and it's it's picked out. But the one closes literally, they've been having like really good deals pretty early on, and so things were emptied out, but now they finally went down to 90. And so I stopped by and I did pick up a few things, and I'll share. Most of the stuff that I got was 90% off, but a few things were still 80, and I think like one thing was like 70% off. But either way, you know, I'm gonna share with you guys what I got and everything. And also I spent about $100. That's my I know it's like not amazing, but because one of the items from my haul was this huge, and I'll show you, it's these like lights. They were, I think I paid like $50, maybe like 45 or something, but with tax. So they were originally $260, and yeah, I really wanted them. I need them. I actually need lights here. It's super, and plus I'm blind as hell, and so I need all the help I can get. Nighttime, whenever I'm crafting, like I need to have like my lights on, and usually it's super bright in here because I need it for my eyes. But anyway, so I picked up these lights. So that was like half of the haul. And then the first store I went to, the one that had everything for 90, I paid like $25, but I got a ton of greenery. This time I got rates, and I'll show you guys. And then I got more of the chocolate things. They were 25 cents, which is crazy. And then the second store that I went now, I picked up a bunch of paper and stuff because it was literally 2 cents. I regret picking up the other ones that I went the other day because now they were like 2 cents, 5 cents. So I picked up a bunch of sheets, and I'll show you in a second. So anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna start rambling on, and let's get to it. Okay, I changed angles because I think this is better, and I also want to just share everything that I got. So let me get one receipt. I'm missing another one. I wish I could tell you every single price as I go, but I think it's just gonna take too long. So I'm just gonna go rapid fire this, and let's get started. I picked up some random crafts that I've never used in my life, and I'm gonna try. So the first thing was this stencil, but it was a pumpkin, so like I couldn't. And so, I mean, I couldn't pass on it. And so these were like 25 cents, I'm pretty sure. They're originally like, I don't know, like $10 or something. I'm not sure, but I have an idea, I have a plan, and so I picked them up. I also picked up more stamps. So I've been picking up stamped stuff. Because it's really expensive at the store. Like I've seen them at Michael's. I mean, anywhere really, they're like $12, $15, $20 for a stamp, which I guess, I don't know, I'm not a stamper, but I've been picking them up when they're on sale. And so I picked up, this was like $1, and this was like, I didn't even know, like less than 50 cents for sure. Like it had to have been like 20 cents or something crazy. So I picked up those two, and then I have this one already, but it was there, and so I picked up another one. It was also less than $1, like 50 cents or something. And then as well as these stamps, these were 20 cents, I'm pretty sure, because I remember correctly seeing that it was like 20 cents, which is incredible. I also picked up some of this more fabric for my cross stitch. I have a ton, and thanks to Joann's, I've been buying some. Honestly, like, I just didn't know, like, so my Joann's close to me had a lot of things out pretty early on, and so because they had a sale like 80 to 70% off pretty early on compared to the other ones, and so they like just ran out of things. So I think I picked these up for like 70% off, and then these were only 80% off, but that is okay. I'm pretty sure they were only 80% off at this Joann's. They have like 4 days left, and they still have their store is so full. Honestly, I wish I would have brought you guys with me so that you can see. Needle. I'm trying to see if I can find them. Damn. White. No, that's. Oh, so these were $1.20. They're not the best deal for both of them. Yes, for both. So that's a good deal. I did pick up more. Where is it? Here. And then again, these were impulse buys, you know, so I got another one because again, I think this is the last one that I found. I don't know if they have more, but it was like kind of like, oh, I picked up another one. I lie, I bought 2 of these because again, it was kind of like that was it. I couldn't find any more. Maybe they had some, because the store that I just went to is bigger than the one by my house, and also has just a lot of stuff because they still have everything. Like yesterday they were still at 60 to 70%. The store has like 4 days left to close, and today I stopped by because everything went down to 80 to 90%. So the majority of the stuff that I got is 90%, but there's a few things that were still 80. So like this thing was still 80%, but I picked it up because I wanted it. And yes, so I got that. And then for fabric, keeping it the same, this was $4, but it's a huge amount of fabric, so I was happy I was able to find it. It was literally randomly, I was just like walking around, there was this box that looked like there was a bunch of stuff in there. I just like scooped in there, and there it was. And so I was like, perfect. Like all of my like cross stitch stuff had moved, so when I originally went to the aisle that I know they had it was empty, and I was like, oh, everything's gone. That's wild. But it was a lie. They had just moved them to another, like in the front, like closer to the front, but they just don't have as much stuff. So they don't have as much fabric, like at all. Actually, they didn't have any fabric. Those are the things that I found, like not even in that area, like scattered, but they did have a lot of floss. My store close to me didn't have any anymore. Oh, actually, no, I lie. I did pick up a few flosses, which I already put them away, but I really wanted some of like the glittery ones and all that. That was completely gone. They had a few colors that probably nobody wanted. They had a lot actually, and so I just picked them up because it was all these, I think there's like 12 or something, was like $1.30 or something, so might as well, you know, I was already there. Again, keeping up with the stencils, these were also $1. This is gonna be a Rebecca trying something new. I don't know. These were flowers. I just thought they were gonna help me create these, and yeah, so don't judge me, but I picked those up. I don't know if I'm gonna use them, but I probably will. I also picked up this cardstock. I liked it. I thought it was pretty. What am I gonna use it for? I don't know. This was like 20 cents. Oh, where's my receipt? And this was like 75 cents. So I was like, might as well. I like the shape of the paper. I wish it was in colors, obviously, but this will do. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I also picked up more envelopes. I actually, did I share with you guys these? I had a haul. I picked up some, and I actually like these, so I picked up another one. And they were cheaper than when I purchased originally. How much were you? Let's see. Shamrock. No. I mean, honestly, it's so long. Like, I'm gonna be here forever. Just trust me, it was cheap. And then I picked up these stickers. These were also like 60 cents. Double-sided. Yeah. And their vacation, which, I mean, I do a lot of scrapbooking, so that's gonna be perfect for it. And then, oh, I almost forgot, I picked up more paper for scrapbooking. These are like super fancy paper. How much was this? I really want to look at the prices, but it's so much. This was, I don't know, I can't find it. But it had to be like less than $1, I promise you, less than $1. Like everything mostly in my receipt is like cents, except for a few items that I just mentioned, like the fabric that was a little bit, there was more than $1, but everything was like cents, so it's hard. These are my favorite just because aesthetically I like them, so I picked up more. The gold needles. These are size 24. These do well when I'm doing cross stitch, and they're not like pokey where like they hurt. And I use that for like safe. I think it's better for cross stitch anyways, but because of my son, I'm afraid of like that he's gonna hurt himself if he picks some of my stuff, or if I lose it like I have. I feel like these are not as pokey, and so they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna cause injury. That's what I'm trying to say. So I like these, and they were gold, so I picked them up. Might as well. And then at both of the stores, the paper was 90% off. So everything was like 2 to 3 cents. Oh, wait. My mom, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Also, I like, as I'm talking, I'm like looking at the receipt, and this is the receipt for the other store. Ooh. So let me show you. So at this store, I only spent, does it show up in there? Come on, focus. Like $23. Woo, $23. And on this one, I spent 33, 32, oh, 34 with tax. Can you see? So you guys can see what I spent. So that's what I'm saying. I spent about $100 because I don't know. I don't think I picked up the receipt for the light, but it was like $45 or 40 something, 42 or something, but plus tax, whatever. So anyways, let's continue. So I picked up these laser cut, another thing that I'm like, what is this? These laser cut cardstock. I just figured they'll be great for like my junk, not junk journal, like just my scrapbook and my journaling, like to decorate, because I thought they were cute. So I picked up both colors because I want to see how much they were. Oh, there you go. Where is it? No, that's not the one. Never mind. I'm like, what was $3? The wreaths. I bought like some wreaths for $3. Amazing. And $2.50. One for $2.50. I didn't even realize it was 95% off. Oh, the fall one. That's great. Oh, there you go. 90 cents. So they were 90 cents. That was amazing. So I picked them up because I thought these would be kind of cute. Wait, no. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm like, wait, what is that? And then all the paper, because that's literally what it is. Paper and chocolate wafers. I picked for cents. Literally everything else was like cents. 40 cents, 30 cents, 35 cents, 15 cents, 10 cents. Oh, because I bought, I'll show you. So anyway, so I got those. And then that was it for that one. And then I bought ribbon. Now, I figured I would pick them up because I don't have a specific project for them yet, but they were like 30 cents, so might as well. So I picked up, first thing first, I picked up like spring and like Easter. The other Joann's had a ton of it, but they were still like 80%. Actually, I don't even know because their pricing was all off and I didn't have time. I kind of want to go tomorrow and see if they're better priced so I can know if they're like 90% off as well, because they're like literally cents. And then, and this one too. This one's definitely like Eastery. Look at how cute. It's a little duck. Cents. Like 25, 30 cents, 40 cents, whatever. So I picked them up. I figured might as well I can use them to decorate. And I also picked up, I mean, I love fall and Halloween and all that stuff. So I picked up these are the fall ones. These were also like 30 cents. I picked up what they had. They only had 2. So I got those. And then because I'm in a kick of like, so this year my son with school and everything, they were big on catching leprechauns and St. Patrick's and just like St. Patrick's was a thing. So I ended up picking up this because I don't have a lot of decorations and I thought maybe I'd just like sprinkle some of these like things here and there to make it like St. Patrick's-y. Again, cents. This was, the green one is right here actually. I think this was like 10 cents. The green one is 10 cents. And this one was 15 cents. So why wouldn't I? Let me grab this. This is the only thing that I paid up, and because it was the only one and it was $2. I feel like I got ripped off a little bit, but I picked it up because again, St. Patrick's Day. I just don't have a lot of decorations from them and I don't want to spend a lot of money because I don't know, like I just want to sprinkle some things here and there, you know, for my son. Because again, he was big on catching the leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day. So I literally picked that up for him, like just thinking like, oh, there you go. I don't have to spend a lot of money and I can sprinkle some St. Patrick's Day here and there in my house and be done with it. And then the last thing that I got was paper. They were like 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents. So of course I picked up a lot of it. Some of it's double-sided, which that's like the best deal. But a lot of them is just one-sided. So I also didn't know this, like the first Joann that I went, I picked up every single one because I knew it was going to be like 5 cents or something. And then the one that I just went, they happened to be, were they like cheaper than 90%? Oh yeah, they were 90%, but they were 5 cents. And some of them were 95%. I don't know how they divided the paper, but it wasn't marked. It just said it was 80% off. And so I thought, well, I don't want to come back tomorrow or this week, so I'm just gonna pick up some sheets here and there. And I did, and then turns out they were 90%. I feel like if I knew they were 90%, I probably would have picked up more. I know it's 10%. You might think it doesn't make a big difference, but it does. When you buy a bunch, it just adds up. And I didn't want to pay a lot of money for paper, you know. So I have now literally like a new book of sheets, which I'm very excited because I like these better because you get to pick. You know, when you get a book, you are gonna get just everything, and if there's sheets that you don't like, you're kind of stuck with them. It doesn't matter. So anyways, let's go to my garage so I can show you the rest. Please excuse the garage mess, but I bought these wreaths. Again, these were like $4 or $5. Like, look at how pretty this is. My mom wanted this one, and she also wanted this beautiful white one. So I picked her up those. And then I myself bought the 4th of July one because, again, I like it. I like 4th of July, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I bought this one. Let me take this off because I think the little... Ooh, and then I bought one very similar that is fall. This was the one that was $2. $2.50. So I just picked it up. It's not like my favorite, but I figured I can put it somewhere and be fine. You know, it's fine. Like for $2, yes, girl, I'm gonna pick it up. Hopefully that doesn't fall. It's like the little hook is already a little loose. Then I picked up these. These are actually for my spooky town. I think I want to make these into like trees. So we'll see. And then I believe I have, oh, and then these ones. I picked up these again. I'm gonna make them into trees. That's the idea. And then I picked up a lot of these fall ones because yay, it's fall. And I love fall. So yeah, so I picked these up. These, honestly, the total of everything that I showed you was about like $100, and mainly because of this thing. Oops, the light. This is the light or whatever, and that's because it has a magnifier because I'm blind, and it has like a clamp, and it has a big light, and then yeah, so I'm very excited. I think even the magnifier has a light. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the best. So I need it. I'm blind, and it's gonna help me, especially with my cross stitch and stuff. So yay. So that's what I got. Oh, and also I picked up this blanket. So super random. The other Joann's that I just went had a ton of these, but they were still super expensive. So I might stop by once they hit 90%. But yeah, picked up some blankets. So there it is, guys. That's all I got from Joann's. I hope you guys think I got a good deal. I think I got a good deal. Like, a lot of these things were so cheap. I didn't have to go this hard on it. Like, I did pick up a few things that I'm not sure how am I gonna use, but they were literally cents, like less than $1. And I'm pretty sure I'll use them. But yeah, so anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.